Radar weather, and they're what 79. It's Memphis State Tiger football and basketball, and Coach Dana Kirk sports reports. It's winning, putting prizes and cash into the hands of Mid-Southerners just like you. Best Country, WMC 79.
Join Pat and Vanna on Wheel of Fortune.
Dave Brown, we're right along ringside, about ready to go with another big Dave Championship Wrestling. David,
we're going to open with a brand new team in here, Paul Diamond and Michael Lee. It'll be our first look at them on Championship Wrestling. A little bit later, the Dutchman, Dutch Mantell, will be here wrestling in a single match. We will have Dundee and Landell as a tag team. Later on, it'll be the Mod Squad, and Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers, the Fantastics, are here today.
Yes, sir. We'll be hearing from the French-Canadian Jos LeDuc. In addition to that, we'll have a tape of some of the highlights of what happened in an international heavyweight championship match. That and a bunch more. We're going to take time out. Be back with the action in just a moment.
Central Appliance and TV Rentals grand opening. You can win TVs, stereos, trips, free rentals, 25,000 quality stamps. We'll give you 100 for paying on time, 100 just for asking. Tell them, Johnny.
Look, nobody can beat our prices. Are you renting or thinking about renting from someone else? We're the first in Memphis. We're still the lowest. We will save you money. You'll get it easy. You'll get it today. You'll get it for less. I personally guarantee it.
Central, we make living easy.
Can you guess which truck is priced lower than the top 5 compact pickups in America? Okay, so you needed a hint. Well, now you can get that low-price Isuzu for even less. Because Isuzu's offering 8.6% financing on all their 1986 pickups. And when Isuzu's are selling with 8.6% financing, you'd better be ready to move fast. Don't miss the 8.6 financing, available now at your local Isuzu dealer.
No more burgers.
Turpin, come on in here. We'll get something else for lunch.
I don't believe you.
If you're fed up with burgers, drop into Taco Bell for a taco salad. Fresh vegetables, seasoned ground beef, and real cheddar. You may never have another burger as long as you live.
You know what? We'll go to Taco Bell.
Okay, I'll meet you out front. Come on, I'm hungry.
Taco Bell, the cure for the common meal.
This is great.
From Splash to Cocoon, Ron Howard makes movies about people trying the unthinkable.
We have our own way of making cars.
Believing the unbelievable.
Safety glasses.
And doing the impossible.
Can we do it?
Now, he's doing it again.
I thought it handled great.
Gung Ho, starring Michael Keaton. Rated PG-13.
Starts Friday, March the 14th at these theaters. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, we're about ready to go. Okay. Opening bout coming up there. We've got Benny Trailer and the Masked Patriot ready. Okay, Dave, how about the official introduction?
I think we're ready for a one-fall 15-minute time limit match here. Introducing at a total weight of 420 pounds. Out of Mississippi, Jerry Garman and his partner from parts unknown, the Masked Patriot. Going against him at a total of 445 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, Michael Lee. And from Tampa, Florida, Paul Diamond. This match will be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referees Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, David, I gave you the raw. The team was so used to seeing Garman and Trailer together. Benny Trailer is the representative in the ring right now. And Diamond on a switch. Hip toss, nice move. Youngster, first time we've seen him out of Tampa, Florida, going against Benny Traylor, who's paired up with the masked Patriot today. And Paul Diamond's partner is Michael Lee, wrestling out of Memphis, Tennessee. Traylor, underneath that time, and look at that Diamond move. Hey, good-looking young fellow.
Sure is. He makes the tag. Michael Lee coming in. Michael Lee, good size on him.
Takes him with a fireman's carry, toss over and down, drops on the arm, and then goes into a bar as Benny Traylor getting off to a very rough start here as the new and young team of Diamond and Lee doing very well.
Benny Traylor not having much luck today as things have been going so far. He's over to the corner and makes the tag on the masked Patriot. The Patriot, all decked out in red, white, and blue under the mask. Michael Lee. Got him with a drop kick. Patriot down on the mat. Michael Lee working on the shoulder and upper arm.
Ooh, referee Jerry Calhoun saying, get your hand out of the hair. And there's a tag on Paul Diamond. Diamond is the official member, but Michael Lee put Patriot down after he had been popped into the ropes. Dropping with a leg. Big one. There's a cover one. And he kicks out, does the Patriot at the count of 2.
Nice move by Paul Diamond.
Look at there.
Roll him over. Yeah, 1, 2. He got him.
Very impressive moves by Lee and Paul Diamond. He grapevine that leg and kind of side suplexed him back down. Rolled him right up, and a nice move into a 1, 2, 3, David.
Just a couple of minutes, the time on it there. A nice win for Paul Diamond and Michael Lee.
Yes, and so the Patriot and Benny Traylor will have to go back to the drawing board and see what will be happening. Had a big international heavyweight championship match that took place between Rick Casey and Abdul Khaddafi. I want to show you some of the highlights of it right now. And pay particular attention to the end of it and what happens to Rick Casey. We'll have some comments in just a second. One fall, 60 minutes in time. International heavyweight title match. Challenging, wrestling out of Libya, Abdul Khaddafi. His opponent, San Antonio, Texas international champion, Rick Casey. That's the reason why Casey is able to hold on to that title the way he's been able to. And Casey down. Beautiful drop kick. Oh, how quick. Did you see that right foot go up and nail him right in the mouth? Casey backed into the turnbuckles. That clubbing with those telephone pole arms of his. Reversal! Nice backdrop! Khaddafi may try. No, he's going to try to throw him. He does. Shoulder puts him down. Goes underneath. Hooks that arm and puts him over and down. Beautiful move by the champion. Rick has been able to stay out of the way, but all but one burst of energy. And the shoulder puts Khaddafi down. He caught him, drops him on that top rope. He faced Casey straight on and bear hugged him as he came off the ropes. And that started it. A slam from the second rope. Going for the elbow. Catches him. Reverse slam Casey is down himself. Nice move on Khaddafi. He drove him into the mat. But Abdul is up, misses an elbow. Casey needs to avoid any of those really severe ones. Oh, he just got out of that one. Until he can get his strength back. Oh, yeah. He is ready. Rick Casey going after the challenger, slams him into the turnbuckle. And Casey avoiding those two big elbows. Very important move by Rick. Khaddafi claws at the eyes, move of a desperate man, slips him, shoulder puts Khaddafi down, and right into the ropes with Casey hung up. Khaddafi hanging on the other side, trying to get his breath back. The referee trying to get Casey out of the ropes. Khaddafi throws him back in, drops with an elbow. Rick is hurt. What else with that hit? Oh, 1, 2, he got him! A stunning upset as Abdul Khaddafi pins Rick Casey and is the new international heavyweight winner. Yeah, we got a new international heavyweight champion, Abdul Khaddafi. Big son of a gun, goes in over 280 pounds. To answer the question, we've had a lot of questions since that time. Rick's neck is a couple of vertebrae screwed up in there. He is not going to be wrestling for a while. And I appreciate all the folks who have been wondering about Rick. And thank you also for the flowers, and Rick will get them. You can bet on that. Hey, we also want to right now take an opportunity to listen to Billy Travis and Frank Morrell. Billy has got, by the way, a match coming up with Khaddafi for the international title. Let's see what they had to say.
Eddie Marlin's asked me, Billy here was to have an interview. As you people know, Billy here is a little bit shy, but that's nothing wrong, Billy. You'll get over that. You overcome it. As Billy and I, you people know, we hadn't been together but a few weeks, but I was just looking back, it was yesterday, on our win and loss record. When I first got with Billy, I think his was around 20%. And I was looking at it up to date yesterday, it was about 60%. And then I got to looking myself. I think being around this young man right here has helped me out a lot, because mine wasn't with the 30%. So I guess it's got me thinking young. It's got me a drive. And I told Billy, I says, Billy, there's a chance now for you to become a world champion. You say you want to be one. Now this Khaddafi, you people know that he didn't beat Casey. He just got lucky. But I'm not saying that Billy either can go out and whip the world champion or Bill Dundee or Jerry Lawler or somebody like that. There's no need for me to stand up here and lie to y'all, because y'all know that Billy'd probably be lucky if he lasts 10 minutes. But that's beside the point, Billy. Everybody had to start. And this man right here is where you can get your roots. This is your start. Ric Flair started with a local belt. Now this is the local belt for you. You've got your chance. I want you to get in there, do everything I've told you. Keep that mind. That mind's where it's at. Keep that mind straight. Now, this big guy, I told you, and you people know, it was very lucky. He couldn't whip Casey. It was luck. And, Billy, here's your chance. Get you a belt. Get that belt. I know you can whip him. Now, I know you're a little nervous and everything, but you tell these people in your own ways what you think about
Frank,
how you're going to do it.
I think I can beat Khaddafi, whatever his name is, because I think my time has come.
It's been a long day. Let's go to bed.
Honey, there's something I'd like you to sleep on tonight.
Oh?
I think we should enroll in Union Fidelity's Guaranteed Life Plus. It's an insurance plan for folks age 45 to 74 that guarantees our acceptance. I called their toll-free number for free information. It came in the mail today.
Sounds great, but we bought life insurance years ago.
Yes, but we both know how the cost of living has gone up since then, and our current insurance may not be enough. They say in this brochure that because of inflation, a $20,000 insurance policy bought 10 years ago is now worth less than $10,000.
I had no idea. But how does this insurance plan help?
It pays top dollar cash benefits over and above our present coverage. And we don't have to take physical exams or answer a single health question to qualify because we can't be turned down for any reason.
That's hard to believe. I mean, I'm over 50. This insurance plan must be very expensive.
Wrong, dear. It's $4.95 a month.
$4.95?
I've compared other plans, and that rate is among the most affordable on the market for this type of protection.
I'll say.
That's a group rate. It won't increase for as long as we keep the coverage.
No physical exam? Nope. Sounds great. Plus, it covers both of us.
Yep, and you know how important that can be for a family. If something should happen to either one of us, that cash would sure be useful in meeting financial commitments like mortgage payments,
monthly bills, final expenses.
Completion of the kids' education.
I don't think I have to sleep on this at all. My mind's made up. Let's mail the enrollment form right away, for our sake and theirs.
For $4.95 a month, you too can be protected. If you're age 45 to 74, call this toll-free number today. Call 1-800-247-8300, and we'll send you a free information kit on this important guaranteed life insurance plan. Call right now, 1-800-247-8300. Operators are standing by.
Okay, we're going to be back in the ring here in just one moment. In the action, we'll see the Dutchman in there. By golly, talking about action, I saw the kind of dirty Dutch Mantell action that I think he kind of enjoyed in last Monday night's action.
Yeah, let me say one thing. It is a new day, and it is a new era around here. Like Martin Luther King said one time, free at last, thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. I'm free at Dundee, and I'm free at Landell. Now, I want them to know, baby, you know, to beat up an 18-year-old kid, it's no big secret. It's no big deal. Anybody, a lot of grown men can whip kids, and you guys may thought you were real happy about it till last Monday night. Till you had two other men stand up in your face, and we were throwing back, baby. And I'm going to say one thing. I've been in a lot of brutal matches, but when I walked into that ring, the tension was flying. It was flying from the people all the way from the top to ringside, and it was in the ring because we had 11,000 some odd people there, and for the people who didn't come, you missed a blowout. And, you know, sometimes when you get in those fights, baby, sometimes you get some hard shots. But every shot I got from Dundee and Landell, baby, it was coming home. But they didn't take me down. So I'm going to say one thing. It ain't over because we did not go into that ring last Monday night expecting for a 1-2-3. We went in there to kick some butt, and we kicked some butt all over that place. And I don't believe, the only thing that they're going to understand, they've been hurting people left and right. And I do believe down deep in my heart, Jeff Jarrett will not be satisfied. Jerry Jarrett, his dad, will not be satisfied. Eddie Marlin will not be satisfied. Jerry Lawler will not be satisfied. And I know myself, we will not be satisfied until one of them is taken to a hospital, a Methodist hospital or something like that. But they need to be taken out of the ring and taken to a hospital. I think everybody in here will agree with me. They need to be taken out. Now, Jerry Lawler, all that frustration that built up in him, after those months that he was gone, he didn't get it all out because we're just starting, baby. And we're going to, and they ought to thank me. Dundee and Landell, you ought to come up to me, baby, and thank me to my face. Because I'm telling you our game plan. It's like a football team lining up and running a play and coming up to the line, the lineman telling the other guys, baby, we're coming right up the middle. Because that's what we're telling you. We're telling you we're coming in there for one thing, and that's to send you to the hospital. And there ain't a lot you can do about it. And tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock, we're going to carry it out. Now, I've told you guys, and see if you can stop it, but I don't think you can because we're coming for blood, and we're going to get some in Memphis tomorrow.
Dirty Dutch Mantell, and let me tell you one thing, just as usual, he just tells it like he sees it. And, brother, he made it absolutely clear. We're ready to go to the ring.
Climbing in the ring right there is Keith Eric. This match is going to be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee at 206 pounds, Keith Eric. And going against him from Oilcroft, Texas at 229 pounds, Dutch Mantell. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referees Jerry Calhoun.
Bill time, and we're off and running. The Dutchman with Keith Eric. And I'm not sure I'd like to be in Keith Eric's shoes right now.
I was just thinking that same thing. Dutch Mantell pulled him back to the corner, fires him across the way into the turnbuckles. The Dutchman, boy, he always comes to wrestle, but sometimes he comes with things on his mind. And today is one of those days. He slammed Eric down to the mat.
Just things like you just saw right there. Side headlock, and the way he roughed him around. Dutch will do that to you, brother. Everything, when he goes in and just locks up, man, it'll hurt because he'll grab you and hurt you.
Slide the boot off the side of the face. That doesn't feel too good either. Dutch got a handful of hair. Referee warning him about it. He's used the hair a couple of times, and this time Jerry Calhoun says, you're going to have to break the hold this time.
Dutch squaring off with him, center of the ring. They tie it up, and this time Eric goes over the top, and Dutch reverses it. Down with that knee.
Shoulders down, count of two. Eric able to get the right shoulder up, but he almost had him there. There's a one count. Dutch determined to hold him down to the mat. He doesn't have enough of his weight over that right shoulder, though. Eric's able to lift that shoulder. Slam. Big one by Dutch. Now he's got a one and a two, but Keith Eric kicks out of it at the two count. Eric off the rope. Powered down to the mat by Mantell with that big arm. That rolls him over. Off the rope, drops down with the upper arm, and this
He's got it.
Just got to be it. Count of 2 and 3. Not much way Eric could get up from that. Dutch had just really powered him down to the mat, and then he went to the rope for a little extra momentum as he dropped down. Victorious, you see him, Dutch Mantell, in 2 minutes, 6 seconds.
Dutch got hacked off that Eric kicked out on a couple of occasions when he thought he had him. He really got him then. Dutch Mantell, the winner in that particular one. We got some words right now from the King. Let's take a listen.
Hi, everybody. Well, I want to tell you one thing before I get started with this interview. There's nothing that I wanted more in the world than to be right here today on Channel 5 live and in person and get the chance to see all of the wrestling fans there and talk to everybody. But as most of you know, I still have some bookings, some commitments that were made before the situation occurred where I was able to come back and wrestle here in Memphis full-time. The travel arrangements for some of those bookings have already been made, and that made it impossible for me to be here live today. So we're doing this interview a day early. But I do understand that Bill Dundee and Buddy Landell are both going to be in the studio, and I know they're watching a monitor right now, and I know they're going to hear every word that I say, and I want you jerks to listen, and I want you to listen good. Now, last Monday night was very, very special to me, and before I talk about Dundee and Landell, I want to thank each and every person that was at the Mid-South Coliseum. You people that were there know the feeling. You know the electricity that was in the air. It's been a long, long time since I felt anything like that, and it was tremendous. Over 11,000 people, literally the doors were broken down, people trying to get into the Coliseum. And the reason for that is, Dundee, everybody, I'm talking every person in Memphis, is sick and tired of you and Buddy Landell. And they all came there for one reason, to see the return of the King and to see you get what you had coming to you, Dundee. And you know, as Dutch and I walked out through that crowd, as I said, over 11,000 people there screaming, just anticipating, just waiting for us to get our hands on you, Dundee. And there was a reason for that, and you know what the reason was, you no good stinking jerk. I hate your stinking guts, and I know it's bad to say that, you know, but my parents raised me up saying, don't ever hate anybody, because no matter how bad somebody acts, there's always a little bit of good. There's some redeeming quality in everybody. Well, Dundee, you and Landell have got to be the exception to the rule, because there is not 1 ounce of good in either one of you jerks. You proved that last week here on television. When you take a young kid, Jeff Jarrett, 17, 18 years old, just out of high school, he's trying to break into the sport. He's doing what everybody has to do. He's refereeing. He's taking a job to where he's going to try to learn the ropes of professional wrestling. And he's new to it. It's all new to him. He's a nervous wreck in there. And he's out there doing the best he can. And a couple of jerks like you and Landell come along and want to bust the kid up. Sure, you can do a number. You're real tough. It doesn't take much to do a number on a 17-year-old kid when you're a professional wrestler, does it? I guess you were real proud of yourself the way you punched him around. Well, then that brought in his father, Jerry Jarrett. And then you really showed your true colors. Now, here's a guy who had just stood out here and told everybody a week beforehand about the disease, histoplasmosis, that he had, where it cost him the vision in one eye and almost cost him his sight completely. And then you and Buddy Landell, when you got the opportunity, when you got him down, and it took 2 of you to do it, when you got him down, you went for his one good eye. But you weren't just taking away his sight. You were taking away a lot more than that. You were taking away his manhood, so to speak, because here was a man who came into the ring to try to help and protect his own son, his own flesh and blood. And you guys showed him that he could no longer do that. Well, let me tell you something, Dundee, and let me tell you something, Buddy Landell. There are some people, I know you won't know the meaning of this word, but there are some people that have friends, close friends, dear friends, who when they hurt, their friends hurt. They feel the same. Well, Jerry Jarrett and I are like that, brother. And when you had him down, when he was hurting, I was hurting, and I was having to sit at home and watch it just like the hundreds of thousands of the rest of the people around Memphis. And we all felt what he felt. And that's why, Dundee, I'm coming back. And I'm going to keep on coming back until I put you away, until I do to you exactly what you tried to do to Jerry Jarrett. And tomorrow afternoon, brother, they're not going to be able to pull me off of you. They're not going to be able to stop this match. Last week I was upset when Dutch won the match. I didn't want it to end. I wanted it to continue because Dundee, well, I want to finish you off once and for all. Tomorrow afternoon, brother, at the Mid-South Coliseum, 3 o'clock. You look at your watch right now. You count the minutes and you count the hours, because those thousands and thousands of people are going to be back. And Dutch Mantell's going to be back. And most of all, the King's going to be back, Dundee. And I'm going to be back for you, and there ain't going to be nobody to stop me this time.
You don't have to be puzzled about relaxing your hair with TCB No-Lie Relaxer. Our exclusive formula is ready to use so you get even, long-lasting results in minutes. TCB No-Lie Relaxer, all you need for beautiful-looking hair. With TCB Styling Loose, you won't be puzzled about styling your hair. In minutes, you can create any hairstyle you want. Your style will last all day, and your hair will feel soft and natural. TCB Styling Loose, all you need for beautiful-looking hair.
10-4, wide load's the name and hauling home's the game, but this one's all mine. Dick Moore cut old wide load a mighty fine deal on a Dick Moore mobile home. For only $13.95 down, I got your big master bedroom and a couple more sinful bathrooms, all your appliances there. Yep, Dick Moore makes his home your home from $168.50 per month. Gonna put her up by the lake. Gotta stop and smell the fishes sometime. We gone.
At City Finance, we know that keeping up with your financial goals takes serious effort. Nowadays, the high cost of living can pressure your ability to meet the demands of a growing family. But you don't have to be trapped by financial problems. Call on City Finance, where personal service and financial counseling help you meet your money needs, usually within hours. In the game to get ahead, Don't overlook the extra effort you get from City Finance, where people and money get together.
Rent to own, right on the phone. Network.
Dollar Days, now only at Network Rental. Rent any deluxe color television, just $1 first week's rent. Any heavy-duty washer or dryer, $1 first week's rent. Any component system, furniture groups, $1 first week's rent. Get the things you need now during Network's Dollar Days. Only at Network, only during Dollar Days. No credit requirement, no hefty cash deposit, no long-term obligations, service included. Network Rental, with only a call, we do it all. Call now.
Okay, Jerry mentioned just a moment tomorrow afternoon, and that is right. Put this one down, not Monday night. The Ice Capades are going to be in there on Monday night, so we'll be going at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, that has several advantages, my friend. It gives you an opportunity, particularly for you folks that are out of town, an ideal situation where you can leave and come on down and be at the Coliseum at 3 o'clock. And you'll have a chance because the matches will be over with and an opportunity for you to get back home before dark, most of you, some of you a little bit after dark, and that's all. So that's a great chance for the folks who a lot of times don't get to come to the Coliseum on Monday night to be there tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock. And by the way, take a look at what it says. All general admission tickets, $3. It continues. An opportunity for you to take advantage of that also. You can get your tickets at the Mid-South Coliseum and pick them up on tomorrow, obviously, and the Ticketmaster locations, of course, all of those locations today, you can get them. If you get there, you're going to see an outstanding array of talent coming through there. Pat Rose will be going against Frank Morrell in the opening bout. Dirty Rose and Tony Falk will be tangling in that second match. Look out for the third one, though. You recognize that name? Jos LeDuc, the big French-Canadian. We'll be hearing from him a little bit later today. He will be back in for the first time in a long, long time, and it's going to be a rugged test for Thunderbolt Hamilton. That will be one whale of a match. You know that Thunderbolt is a great wrestler, and he'll be going against the big French-Canadian. Then the International Heavyweight Championship match. Billy Travis, outstanding young wrestler, will get his feet wet going into the International Heavyweight Arena as he takes on the brand-new champion, Abdul Khaddafi. That should be a most interesting one. Following that, an AWA Southern Tag Championship match, one that did not take place last Monday night, and we'll have some more words about that a little bit later on. The Fantastics, Tommy and Bobby, will be defending against J.D. Costello's Mod Squad, Spike and Basher, and we'll be seeing them here today. AWA Southern Tag titles on the line. Then, what else can I say? Believe me, what Dutch said a few minutes ago, that you could feel the electricity in that ring, was no exaggeration. Bill Dundee, Buddy Landell, will be facing up to Jerry the King Lawler and Dirty Dutch Mantell, 3 o'clock tomorrow, and brother, that is going to be some kind of a scrap. You didn't by any chance see all of it last Monday night. There's a lot more to that story, and you're going to see that tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock, when Championship Wrestling brings in a full card. And remember, 3 p.m., the Coliseum, tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and $3 general admission, an opportunity for you to get in there. I'm not going to get caught in between you guys. No, I'm not going to get between both of you.
Okay, Russell, you can go sit over there with all them geeks of this howdy-doody right here. I really don't care. Now, let me tell you something, Jerry Lawler, and you listen good, punk. There ain't nobody, and I've been around a long time, and I drank in a lot of bars, and I've been thrown out a lot of places, Jack, but there was nobody came to my face with intensity that you did. There has been nobody in my entire life hit me as hard as so often as you did, punk. Now, when you drive down 7th Avenue and you make a right and left into this bit, into the Coliseum, it says wrestling on the big green marquee, right?
That's what it says.
That's what this man, the Mid-America champion and the Southern champion, came down to the Coliseum to do, was to wrestle. To go behind, take down, and to pin you. But not you, you crumb. You came down there to hurt me. When you deliberately try to hurt somebody, when you deliberately try to put a man's eye out, especially an athlete, he's out of business, Daddy. And that's what you did, Lawler. You no good punk. Get a close of this. Now, this is the next day, Daddy. This is the next day. When I had to go to the doctor, I couldn't see. We had to get in his limo and drive down to the doctor. And he says to me, Bill, you ought to quit. You ought to quit, Bill. You ought to not go back to wrestle. I said, I ain't quitting, Daddy, because the guy that did this to me was Jerry Lawler, Russell.
I know what happened.
Now, he intentionally did it too, Lance Russell. He got me in that corner, and he kept pounding, and you take a look at this eye a week later, Daddy. And he tried to take it out, Russell. He tried to hurt me intentionally.
All of a sudden, you're worried about hurting somebody's eye. That's what you're worried about. I've heard all.
Well, let me tell you something, you John, being a professional wrestling. Now, I told you last week, Russell, I don't like you, I don't like Howdy Doody, and I don't like nobody around here. Now, you started this, Jack. You started this. Now, I'm going to finish it. Me and Buddy Landell. Now, Dutch Mantell and Jerry Lawler ain't going to get away with beating up me, because I'm telling you, Lawler, you can come out here and you can tell everybody you had a dream, punk. Well, remember the last guy that had a dream. Remember the last guy that had a dream, Russell. Do you remember him, Russell? Do you remember the last guy? Now, I'm going to sue you and Jerry Jarrett and everybody else around you. I don't like you.
Hey, come on now,
I don't like you, Russell. I don't like anybody, boy. Lawler, you ain't. I'm going to kill you, Lawler. I'm going to try and kill you, punk. And I'm going to punch your head, Russell. And I'm going to tell you something, Jerry Jarrett. If I see you in the street, boy, I'm going to get you down. And me and this guy here's going to poke at your only good eye. And if I see you raising your own kid, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill you, Russell.
Get out of here, Bill.
I don't like you.
Come on now.
And I don't like you, Dave. I ain't leaving Memphis, Lawler. You ain't getting your town back, but he ain't getting it back. Lawler, one of us is not walking out of the ring, Lawler. By God, I'm not taking this tape off till tomorrow, and I'm going to pound on you, Lawler. I'm going to pound on you, baby, because one of us ain't coming out of that ring walking. And I'm not taking this tape off, Russell.
Okay.
I'm not taking this tape off till tomorrow.
Just get out.
And Lawler, I'm going to kill you.
Well, I'll tell you, Davey, and I just will be perfectly honest about the situation in here. You and I are supposed to sit out here and try to be objective and impartial and enjoy the wrestling with the fans out here, but when you get somebody around here that is sick like Dundee, I've never said anything except this guy is as tough pound for pound as anybody ever saw. I will say something else. He is sick right now. Anybody who would do what he and Landell tried to do out there, and I just got to tell you, Eddie Marlin said, hey, try to keep it under control and keep the show. We got the show to do, and I think of that. But I tell you what, I am not interviewing Dundee anymore. Anybody that's got the kind of attitude, and maybe by the time he gets through in a situation with Lawler and Mantell tomorrow, he and Landell won't be any kind of interview. That's all. We're going to take it out. I'm not doing it anymore. I apologize.
Econo makes great things happen. They use skill and pride in everything they do. When they put it all together, your car looks like new.
Econo can make things happen for you at our newest location, 5231 Pleasant View Road in Raleigh-Bartlett. Save $100 on an acrylic paint job. Regularly $199.95, only $99.95, including a one-year warranty. That's why they call us Econo.
Econo makes great things happen.
Who said you can't afford a Buick? Your Greater Memphis Buick dealers make it easy to move up to Buick Luxury and Performance. Let Premier Buick, Bluff City Buick, and Reed Terrace Buick show you their selection of models, colors, and options. Let them show you how much your present car is worth in trade. And see how much you can save with 9.9% financing on most Buick models. You really can afford to move up to a Buick. From your Greater Memphis Buick dealers, Bluff City Buick, Reed Terrace Buick, and Premier Buick.
Wouldn't you really rather have a Buick?
Gone. Fleming's board of directors have ordered a complete final liquidation of Fleming's Whitehaven and Jackson, Tennessee stores. All inventory, backup stock, and fixtures must be liquidated in the next few weeks. Minimum 33% off savings, select savings to 75%. Fleming's Whitehaven and Jackson, Tennessee store must be cleared to the bare walls. The furniture must be sold now, nothing held back. 33% minimum off everything. Financing available. Liquidation prices good at all 4 Fleming stores to quickly reduce inventory. Hurry for your best selection.
Who will be crowned king of college basketball in the Southeastern Conference? Find out this afternoon when the roughest and the toughest in the South battle it out for the bragging rights in the SEC. But there's much more than pride at stake here. The winner of this game earns the right to play in the NCAA tournament with a possible shot at the national championship. It's the biggest and the best playing for the Southeastern Conference College Basketball Championship. This afternoon at 1:30 right here on your station for Championship Sports TV5.
Okay.
Got a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up here. Introducing, at a total of 451 pounds, out of Memphis, Tennessee, both of them, Jim Jameson and his partner David Haskins. Going against them at a total weight of 438 pounds. From Australia, the superstar Bill Dundee and his partner from Los Angeles, the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Well, here again, I feel sorry for Jameson because he's caught with a fury that Dundee has going, and Dundee starts right out ripping him with a fist. Jim Jameson, David Haskins going against the rugged team of Landell and Bill Dundee. Dundee just opens right up, slamming away.
With a doubled-up fist. He's
with tape on it.
With tape on it, not even trying to hide it. He's just pounding him.
Yeah. These are the guys that, listen, Dundee will be the first one to talk to you about, oh, I came for a wrestling match. I wanted to do all of the wrestling holds. Yeah, the go-behinds and all that. Forget that. Street fighting, that's exactly what he's best at. David Haskins takes a tag from Jim Jameson, and he comes in and catches the fury of Landell. There's a tag on Dundee. Billy.
Dundee going after Haskins much the same way he was Jim Jameson, just grabbing him by the throat and hitting him with a fist. Haskins down on the mat. Dundee jumps on him with a boot. Now Dundee back to the corner. Tag on Landell. Landell sets up with an upper arm as Haskins came off the rope. Drop kick.
Big drop kick from Landell. That's about the first wrestling move I've seen out of the two of them.
Yeah, you're right. Here's Dundee back in. Landell with a parting shot. Big broad arm across the back. Haskins down on the mat. Dundee yelling something at him. Jim Jameson over in the corner trying to cheer Haskins on. Landell in. Grabbed him with he looked like a headlock. He's got him in somewhat of a headlock. Landell shoves him back to the corner, and the tag made on Jim Jameson. Jameson comes back in, and wow, was he staggered by Buddy Landell. Dundee smacks him with that taped right fist. Landell hits him once as he's leaving.
Ref, all they're doing is using a fist in there for crying out loud. Boy, this kitchen's so hot. I feel just like all the fans that have written in about Dundee and Landell. They're trying to take things over. They just ruin a doggone good sport with the kind of attitude that they got. What happened to Dundee's eye, you know and I know he had it coming. And more.
Dundee hammers Jameson again. Jameson trying to make it over to the corner. Didn't quite get there for the tag on Haskins. 3.5 minutes gone, and most of it has been Dundee doing what he's doing right now. Right fist, one after another.
Jameson Haskins just got knocked off the ring apron. Big slam. He just dumped him over all the way to the rope. Jameson is about out on his feet as Dundee takes a parting shot at him, leaving the ring. Oh, man.
Landell hit him with a chop. Wow.
Boy, Bill, you're really big deal.
Landell again hammering him.
Jim bleeding from the mouth. His face, he's out on his feet about. He's just been pounded to a pulp. As Dundee takes off again on him. Jameson down on his face. Oh, they're feeling real good about what's going on in there. 1, 2, 3.
Haskins went in to help Jameson, and he was drop-kicked out of the ring by Landell. And now Dundee and Landell both grab him again. They've won the match. They beat him to a pulp, and that's not enough.
Come on, Jerry. Get him out of there.
Thrown down onto the floor.
Boy, I'll tell you, when I said sick, I mean sick. Both of you guys, I hope you're proud of yourself. You pounded around. We're going to kill you, both to me. You're going to have to face him. Don't. All right. Come on, you guys get out of here. Get somebody out here to help Jameson. Boy, the poor son of a gun that let these guys. Get him out of here. Come on, Bill. You've lost your mind, Dundee.
Oh, come on, Dundee.
If you need some more help. Hey, I'll tell you what, we'll take a break and see if we can get somebody to help Jimmy out.
Hello out there. Listen, how would you like to save some money and get something I'm absolutely sure you can use and enjoy right now, right where you are? It's TV Guide, America's favorite television magazine, and here's the story. You call this toll-free number and take advantage of the special TV offer, and you get 30 weeks of TV Guide home delivered, and you get 3 months to pay, and you get the lowest price going, and that's a promise. But there's more, because TV Guide has more to give. More news and clues on what's to watch and when to watch and who to watch and why to watch them. TV Guide whets your appetite for the week ahead with previews and features on upcoming shows, sports schedules for national and local teams, plus movie reviews you can really rely on. So you can look forward with pleasure to the best of network, local, cable, and pay TV. Then look behind the scenes and meet the shining stars and the rising stars. The folks who make jokes, make news, make money, and make your day. And TV Guide gives you straight talk on the state of TV and the state of our lives in the TV age. So you'll discover how television's leading families reflect a new vision of family life in America. Find out why we get such a kick out of bloopers, bleeps, and blunders. And learn what's new in home video equipment. So don't miss out. Discover for yourself how much TV Guide has to offer and how little it costs.
Yes, right now, call 800-228-1010 for 30 weeks of TV Guide at the lowest price going. 30 weeks of TV Guide in your mailbox for pennies a day. And you can pay in 3 easy monthly installments of just $5.75 each. 800-228-1010. Send no money, but call today. 800-228-1010.
So come on. TV Guide pays for the call. Call now. You'll be glad you did.
Tommy Rogers, Bobby Fulton, the Fantastic.
These guys can get the crowd going when they hit the door, can't they?
Yeah, they really can. I'll tell you, it's just a pleasure to see some decent wrestlers after what we just saw. And they are exciting. Tommy. Okay, Davey.
All right, it's going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total weight of 455 pounds from Pensacola, Florida, Pat Rose. And from St. Louis, Missouri, Tony Falk. Going against them at a total weight of 449 pounds. From the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers, the Fantastic. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. The referee, Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, we're about ready to get it going. I got to tell you, Tony Falk says this is the day.
He says the big day is now.
He's going to be on the winning side of a match in here. Tony told me, by the way, that he was getting in shape to win his first match. He'd seen other athletes do it in football and in basketball for the footwork. He is enrolled and is taking ballet lessons, Dave, if you can believe that.
Well, we'll see if it does any good here today. Pat Rose hammering Tommy Rogers. Tommy reversal, nice one, middle of the ring, fired Pat Rose under the ropes and then dropped him on the mat as he came back out of there. Good move by Tommy Rogers for the Fantastic. Pat Rose back to the corner. His partner, Tony Falk, saying, way to go, Pat. There's the tag. Tommy Rogers greeted him with a boot to the midsection. Over to the corner of the tag on Bobby Fulton. Fantastic's looking good. Tony Falk whipped into the turnbuckle. Bobby Fulton with the monkey flip. Popped him out of the corner, and Tony Falk said, wait a minute, slow down. Bobby Fulton grabs him by the arm, takes him over to the corner. Tommy Rogers in after the tag. Tommy up on the middle rope. He drops down with a double upper arm. Falk reaching for the tag, did not get it on his partner. Nice move by the Fantastics. Great teamwork. Make another quick tag. Tommy Rogers hits him with a drop kick, and now Falk is looking for the corner desperately. He got the tag that time, and here comes Pat Rose. Ballet has not done Tony Falk any good so far in this match. Pat Rose with a headlock has Tommy Rogers down on the mat. The shoulders are down. The count was at 1. But Tommy is able to get the right shoulder up off the mat rather easily. As Rose does not have him in a very good pin position. 2 minutes gone in this one. 15 minutes, the overall time limit. Pat Rose hanging on to the headlock. Tommy Rogers back on his feet. Oh, Rogers gets hit with a shoulder by Pat Rose, big tough guy out of Pensacola, Florida. Wow, he just knocked him down there. This time, Tommy rolled him and comes back with a drop kick. Pat Rose decides, hey, that's enough for me right now. This is not going well for our team. So he has tagged Tony Falk. Falk, again, looking for his first victory, either in tag team or single wrestling action. Going against Bobby Fulton. Hair pulling by Falk. Tony fires Bobby into the rope. He's the one that catches the shoulder butt coming off of there, though. And Bobby Fulton has him down. And Bobby is the one in control.
I don't think Tony's had enough ballet lessons yet. I mean, after all, he's only had a couple.
Down is 2, 3, that's it. Tony Falk gets pinned, and the Fantastics with a high five in the victory. 3 minutes, 21 seconds, the time on it. Great, great moves by the Fantastics. The terrific teamwork as always, and it gets them a victory over Pat Rose and Tony Falk here today.
Fantastics with a very impressive move on Rose and Falk, and they end up with a win. We have had previously some comments to make about the Jerry Lawler cassette volume 1 of the story of the King and some of the action. We got some comments from Jerry about it, and we'd like to listen to him right now. Jerry?
Hi, everybody. This is Jerry the King Lawler. And the people at Independent Media Marketing have put together a very special video just for all my fans out there. If you order it right now, you're going to get 60 minutes of wrestling's heart and soul. You're going to see on it some of my most spectacular entrances into the different arenas and coliseums, and also a match that has become a classic all across the country. It happened in Tupelo, Mississippi, and it happened in the concession stand. Also, you're going to see some of my greatest moves, including the big pile driver, and the match that, well, that everybody in the world talked about. The Andy Kaufman feud is all included on there. Also, you're going to see a showdown match with one of my toughest opponents ever, the wild man from Texas, Terry Funk, and it was a bloody and brutal battle. Also, you're going to see some of my most vicious opponents that I've ever faced, including guys like Jimmy Valiant and Jos LeDuc. And then you're going to see the big Jimmy Hart loser leave town match, the match in which I went against Eddie Gilbert to get rid of Jimmy Hart from this area once and for all. You're going to see the King throw the fire. You're going to see wrestling's first music video and much, much more. That's all on this video. And if you order right now, you're going to get a special price. It's only $29.95. Now, this video is not available in stores. You just send $29.95 plus $5.25 for shipping and handling to the Jerry Lawler Video, Post Office Box 3020, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 08034. Or you can call now and order it over the telephone by dialing 1-800-524-2507. It's a free call, 1-800-524-2507. I had a special hand in making this video, and I know all my fans are going to love it, so order yours now.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's got some great memories and moments on it, you know, as I think back on it. I tell you the truth, some of them weren't all pleasant. Most of them, as we look back in retrospect, I don't think if I get 100 years away from Dundee and Landell's tactics and the stuff that happened today, that it will ever come into perspective to where it won't be as bad as it is. You know what I think, Dave? I really think Dundee, he thought he had the whole situation taken care of. He thought he had everything under control. We were a little sick of all of his lip and all of that, but hey, you know, that goes on. But then it happened, and I think Dundee, I swear the guy is losing his mind. I think he sees it slipping away from him, and he's just losing his mind. Oh, I've never seen anything like that. We're going to take time. I'll be back in a moment.
Color Time rent-to-own dealers have always worked to rent you the best. Now Color Time introduces televisions as good as its dealers. Sets so reliable, they're the only ones on the market with a 5-year limited warranty. And you can only get them at Color Time. The best dealers, the only 5-year warranty. No wonder we're America's largest rent-to-own system.
Get what you want at Color Time.
Call Color Time today. Ask about a new 5-year limited television warranty.
Ruby McGrew for new Arthritis Strength BC.
I'm a seamstress, but my arthritis can hurt so bad I can hardly thread a needle.
When the pain starts to dawn, BC keeps you going on.
New Arthritis Strength BC works fast for me.
You know it won't be long until the pain is gone. BC keeps you going on.
Just can't disappoint a customer.
Arthritis Strength BC.
Right like regular BC. When you come to Meineke Discount Mufflers, you don't have to worry about the price.
I'm not going to pay a lot for this.
I'm not going to pay a lot for this muffler.
Meineke, you won't pay a lot. We'll install the Everlast muffler you need in 30 minutes in most cases at a price you won't worry about from $18.93 installed.
I'm not going to pay a lot for this muffler.
You're not going to pay a lot at Meineke.
It's 9.9 down the line at John Ellis Chevrolet. Come in now and take advantage of our 9.9% finance rate on all new Caprices, Monte Carlos, Camaros, Cavaliers, Celebrities, Spectrums, S10 pickups, S10 Blazers, El Caminos, Chevy vans, and Chevy pickups. 9.9% financing coupled with our volume discount prices means hundreds, even thousands of dollars in savings to you. So take off for John Ellis Chevrolet and land your best deal.
Yeah, we're glad to have them back in there. They looked awfully good in the match, Bobby. Yeah, can you imagine that ridiculous Tommy? Great, good to have you guys here. The Mod Squad had their hands out. They were saying, where are the belts? Give us the belts. Give us the belts.
I understand that, Mr. Russell. I'd like everybody here in the studio today and everybody in the view of the audience to please just listen to what we have to say, because, you know, me and Tommy, it's been a rough, grueling week for us, but we've already apologized to Eddie Marlin and the wrestling promotion. We want to take this time to apologize to all the people out there and all the people in the view audience about not coming Monday night. But please bear with us while we explain the reasons why. Monday night, as you know, the record-breaking house, I mean, of all times in professional wrestling history, Monday night was the night. You know, Mr. Russell, me and Tommy left in plenty enough time to get to Memphis by 7:30. Sure. Okay, as we're going down the road about 50 miles from Nashville, all of a sudden we're driving, and the car just quit. So now me and Tommy's at the side of the road, we're thinking, you know, what are we going to do? So by the time we start walking, you know, we're far away from the accident. By the time we start walking, we finally thumb a ride. Thank goodness for John Howard that he picked us up. Yeah, we really appreciate it. He gave us a ride to the gas station. When we got to the gas station, we're looking for a wrecker or somebody to come and take care of the car. There's no wrecker there. So now we're searching around and searching around. Finally, we find a wrecker. By the time the wrecker comes and picks us up, takes us back to the car, it's about 6:30. So now by the time we get the car back to the gas station, the guy's checking out, me and Tommy and I are getting scared because we're 175 miles away from Memphis. And now we start trying to call Eddie Marlin, anybody in the Coliseum, but because of the big crowd, I guess, the phones were tied up. So as it went, the guy checked the car and everything, and by the time me and Tommy decided, by the time we find a car, which we didn't have, to get to Memphis, it'd be 10 o'clock usually when the matches are finishing up.
Right.
So that's right there was our excuse. Please, we apologize sincerely from the Fantastics to you, and let me tell you something right now. We are here in Memphis right now, as this is going out live, and we're going to be in Memphis tomorrow at 3 o'clock, brother, so Mod Squad, be prepared.
That's right. You know, Lance, as you know, the AWA, when you don't show up for a title match, you automatically have to forfeit the title. So we've been in the conference with the AWA officials all week long. We had to get affidavits for the record.
Well,
we had to get affidavits to show the proof that we wasn't lying, that we was telling the truth. And that's what we had to do all week. We've been under pressure with that. And right here, we still have these belts, so we're not lying, J.D. Costello. So tomorrow at 3 o'clock p.m., we're going to be in that Coliseum, and over our dead bodies, you're going to take these belts away from us.
Let me just explain a second, Tommy. The AWA does have the ruling that if you miss the title thing, you guys knew this, and I knew doggone well, particularly on a night like that, particularly with all the comments that Costello had made about what the Mod Squad was going to do to you guys. You were going to be there if there's what I was afraid of, it was an accident or something. The AWA does have the ruling that there's only a couple of things that are extenuating circumstances, like if the individual is ill, or if there is a death or illness in the family, or if there is something that prevents the participant from being there from the title match. Otherwise, they don't take any kind of excuses, oh, I overslept or I forgot or anything like that. And so I knew doggone well, and I'm just glad, well, I'm not glad that it happened. I'm glad it wasn't an accident or some illness, because that's exactly what went through my mind.
Well, you know, Lance, I'll tell you, a lot of people did, because when we seen some people during the week, they said, man, we thought you were in a car wreck, or we thought you were in an accident. And me and Tommy, thank goodness that there was no serious injury to us or anybody else on the highway, that it was just that our car just stopped. So, like I said, J.D., Costello, and the Mod Squad, we have never backed down from nobody. We took on the sheep herders, beat them, and run them out. We took on everybody. The Fantastics are still standing right here today. And like we've told the people before, we're here to stay and not to play, brother. At 3 o'clock tomorrow, you're going to find out what it's all about with these titles on the line.
Hey, brother, you better believe. Here's two young men who will be right there, and they'll have the titles with them. Okay, let's go to Dave and check on the out-of-town action, David.
Got some action coming up around the territory. First, a reminder, the Jerry Lawler Show, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning here on TV5. Dutch Mantell will be the guest of the King, and they will also be reviewing some videotape of some of that match which occurred last week at the Coliseum. Coming up, Friday night, March 14th it is, in Jackson, Tennessee. That's this coming Friday night. Box office will be open at 4 o'clock in the afternoon for you to pick up your advance tickets, or advance tickets are available all week at the Boot King. All-Star card. Dundee will be there. The Fantastics will be there. Buddy Landell will be there, too. And look at that. Big Jos LeDuc, French-Canadian, will be in Jackson, Tennessee, Friday night, March 14th. On Friday the 21st, 1 week later, in Boonville, Mississippi, Northeast Junior College, all the top stars will be there. Boonville, Friday the 21st. Sunday night, March 23rd, Jonesboro, Arkansas. Championship Wrestling will be returning. Don't forget, Friday night in Jackson, Tennessee, big super card coming up there. Also, got some super championship wrestling action coming up here a little bit later on today. J.D. Costello and the Mod Squad, talking about them just a moment ago. They will be here on championship wrestling in a tag team match. We will have, that'll involve Thunderbolt Hamilton, too. So all that's coming up very shortly.
Hey, listen, they were so elated. They came to the ring. The Mod Squad came out there and said, "Where are the belts? Give us the belts. Give us the belts." They weren't listening for anything. All they wanted to have was, "Give us the belts. Give us the belts." They're going to have to do a little more than say, "Give us the belts." Okay, we'll take time out. We'll be back and see the Mod Squad in action in just a moment.
Gone. Fleming's board of directors have ordered a complete final liquidation of Fleming's Whitehaven and Jackson, Tennessee stores. All inventory, backup stock, and fixtures must be liquidated in the next few weeks. Minimum 33% off savings, select savings to 75%. Fleming's Whitehaven and Jackson, Tennessee store must be cleared to the bare walls. The furniture must be sold now, nothing's held back. 33% minimum off everything. Financing available. Liquidation price is good at all 4 Fleming stores to quickly reduce inventory. Hurry for your best selection.
I'm frequently asked why I've run a 5 minute to 6 commercial for so many years, telling you we'll be happy to service your vehicle, even if you come in 5 minutes before closing time. The answer is simple. We care. We care about your goodwill. We care about your safety. And we're very proud of the fact that no one does higher quality work than we do. We figure that if you're happy with our service, you'll recommend Bill King's Braco to your friends.
Tommy Lasorda here, introducing the Honda All-Stars. We've got quite a team this year. Leading off and cutting the infield down to size, the Honda Lawnmower. In the outfield, covering left, center, and right, the Honda Lawn Tractor. Tearing up those baselines, the Honda Tiller. And the Honda Generator, the real power in the lineup. Without it, I wouldn't have any fans.
See the Honda All-Stars at your Honda Power Equipment dealer.
Sit back.
Whoa.
Relax.
Nice talking to you.
Turn up the music.
No more MTV, no more Twisted Sister.
And leave the driving to us.
I thought it handled great.
Gung Ho, the comedy without breaks. A Ron Howard film starring Michael Keaton. Rated PG-13.
Gung Ho starts Friday, March the 14th at these theaters.
Okay, pardon me. We're about ready to go. Got a little frog down there jumping. He's waiting for the next match. About ready to go with the expiration of time on, and there comes J.D. Costello and the Mod Squad. J.D. makes such a big production out of the fact, and he's very proud of it, that these are 2 former policemen out of New Orleans that were fired, and I don't know what all the bragging about is that. That's nothing to brag about. And the opponents, Larry Hamilton, David Johnson. Okay, Dave, I think we're about ready for the official introduction.
All right, expiration of time match coming up here. Introducing a total weight of 435 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, David Johnson and his partner from Tampa, Florida, Thunderbolt Hamilton. Going against him at a total weight of 491 pounds. From the Badlands of New Orleans, with their manager, J.D. Costello, Spike and Basher, the Mod Squad. This match is the expiration of time. Referee's Jerry Calhoun.
Well, one thing I'll agree with J.D. about, and that is his team, the Mod Squad. That's physically they're an impressive. Boy, they are a couple of blocky guys. And they're going to have an interesting little test here today. Larry Hamilton with a great amateur background. Thunderbolt has a lot of amateur titles under his belt and some professional ones. And he's going with a young fella who is very quick, still learning, but awfully fast in David Johnson. And they are off and doing it.
Mike and Basher, the Mod Squad. Oh, what a drop kick Thunderbolt just put on it. Hamilton had to take on the both of them briefly there, and he did all right. The Mod Squad finding out that they're going against some competition here in Thunderbolt Hamilton. J.D. Costello, the Mod Squad's manager, walking around explaining to the crowd that there was a violation in the Mod Squad rule book by Hamilton when he did that.
Nice fireman's carry throw on Spike as
You started all of this out here,
the bell started it, J.D. I don't know what your complaint is. Boy, if he's complaining right off the bat here, man, he is not going to have a very pleasant road because he's got a lot of problems in store for him.
Boy, he sure does, on down the line. Not too far down the line either.
Yeah. Thunderbolt, nice reversal with a hip toss. Rolling arm lock, he hooks it, rolls with it, and snaps him over and down on the deck. And Thunderbolt Hamilton makes the tag on David Johnson, who comes in behind Falk. Spike drops in the elbow. Going right at him. Ooh, Spike caught him with that foot in the midsection. Interesting how blocky these two guys are, the Mod Squad. Boy, they are thick.
After the tag, they put David Johnson over the top rope.
Our men are obviously going to tear these boys apart. They're obviously suffering from malnutrition. They're probably on food stamps welfare. They're a threat to the government. They're a threat to wrestling, and we're going to put them out of business today.
Oh, well, I guess that came right straight out of the Mod Squad rule book that J.D. is so proud of carrying around. Leg drop on David Johnson, who comes fighting back. He's struggling. Ooh, takes a big knee to the midsection, broad arm.
Spike and Basher making the tag. David Johnson not having a very good time of it right here against this rugged Mod Squad bunch.
Basher picks him up and jumps him hard. Then goes after Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt coming right through those ropes after him, but the referee cut him off.
Now, that was a mistake there. I don't think he realizes Thunderbolt Hamilton will come right after him head on. Mod Squad tags out again.
And yet another tag from Spike and Basher. Basher coming in, and Spike goes out as Johnson fired across the ring. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh, big forearm across the back. They are really working on Johnson, trying to keep him in there. I think they sensed early in the match that Johnson was the one that had the least experience, and he's the smaller of the two. So Spike and Basher have been working on him consistently, trying to keep him away from the corner in the tag on Thunderbolt Hamilton. So far, they've done a good job of it. 4:15 gone in this first ball.
Suplex puts David down in the middle of the ring, and another tag. What are they going to do? The Mod Squad. Oh, man, right on his head. One.
He picks him up. He won't go for the 3 count. Boy, I don't think I've ever seen that before. His partner just threw him down on top of David Johnson. That extra momentum. Surely he could have gotten the pin there, but he doesn't do it. Hammers him into the turnbuckles. Body slams him.
Mod Squad, they're well into this match. And they've been staying with, as Dave pointed out, David Johnson.
They cover, might be it. 1, 2, 3. Mod Squad wins it.
Okay, let's take time. We'll be back in just a moment with a second fall of action.
When you've got a headstrong boss, sometimes you need some headstrong relief. Goody's extra strength tablet.
When you've got a headstrong teenage daughter, sometimes you need some headstrong relief. Goody's extra strength tablets.
No matter what you've tried for a headache, try Goody's extra strength tablets with aspirin and acetaminophen, the 2 pain relievers doctors recommend most.
What a relief.
Headstrong relief.
Goody's extra strength tablets for real headstrong relief.
Let's pretend you're a burger.
Huh?
First, we'll stick you in a box
Hey!
and put you under a heat lamp.
For how long?
Who knows? Now, wouldn't you rather be a Burrito Supreme from Taco Bell? It's made with only fresh ingredients and only after you order it, so it never sits around like some burgers.
Can I come out now? Hey! Hey!
Taco Bell, the cure for the common meal.
You already know that Champion TV and Appliance Rentals is the South's largest and most professional in rent-to-own. But did you know that right now at Champion, you can rent a video recorder for just $12 per week, a 19-inch color TV for just $12 per week, a complete stereo system for just $12 per week, $12 per week every week. Rent-to-own the Champion way for less than $2 per day.
Champion makes it easy to own. Champion.
Levy used auto parts can save you money. Most parts sell for 50 to 70% less than new parts, and all parts are fully guaranteed, or you can get a cash refund on return parts with receipt. Why pay more for the auto parts you need? Remember, you can save every day at Levy Auto Parts, 3 locations. 1720 North Thomas at Levy Road, 2125 Person at Airways, and 1356 North 7th Street at 2nd. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 8 to 3.
Okay-do, before we get back for the second fall of action in there, I'd like to once again remind you that it is tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon, Mid-South Coliseum, 3 p.m., 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That'll be just timed out just exactly right. If you happen to be watching basketball, you'll still have plenty of time to get down to the Coliseum. If you're coming from out of town, it'll give you time to go to church and get to the Coliseum by 3 o'clock and watch the matches and enjoy those and then head on back home and not get home late at all. So it's a perfect afternoon for you. It's going to be a good day to come join us at the Mid-South Coliseum. And general admission price is still just $3. The ticket price is $3 for general admission, and we'll be looking for you tomorrow afternoon at 3, opening up with Pat Rose against Frank Morrell in the opening bout. Then it's going to be Dirty Rhodes going against Tony Falk as the second match. The third match will be Jos LeDuc against Thunderbolt Hamilton. The international heavyweight title match will be Abdul Khaddafi defending against Billy Travis. AWA Southern Tag title will be the Mod Squad getting their crack at the Fantastics. Boy, we will be looking forward to that one. And then, well, the only thing I can tell you is that in the event that Dundee's other eye gets messed up the way his one eye is right now, he's got nobody to blame but Bill Dundee and Buddy Landell. They'll be going against Jerry Lawler and Dutch Mantell. Believe me, it is not going to be a one-way street because you know how tough Dundee and Landell. And Billy, a little psycho right now, I think, with the obsession about what's been happening. It's going to be a one whale of a fight. The war will continue tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock, Mid-South Coliseum. Hope maybe you can make it a point to bring the family and be there. Okie doke, let's get, if we can, the Mod Squad and give them an opportunity to make their comments before we go back in for the second fall, if we have time for that. We had said that we would have time for J.D. and the Mod Squad to get out here, and obviously the Fantastics will be there tomorrow afternoon.
That's right, Lance. Look at these people out here. They're not as stupid as they look. I hope not, anyway. You know, the Fantastics get out here and they tell the story, this cockamamie story that nobody believes. I don't believe it because it didn't happen. I tell the truth. I'm out here to tell the truth. Here's what happened. After the matches last Saturday, I was in my hotel room counting my money, and I got a call on the telephone from Tommy Rogers, and Tommy said, J.D., is that offer that you made us true? Do you really want to carry through with it? And I said, of course we do. We'll give you $50,000 apiece to leave town, to give us the belts. We'll fly you out on Mother's Learjet, wherever you want to go. We'll do it for you. And he said, we're going to take you up on it. I said, well, listen, this isn't my idea, Tommy. This is my mother's idea. I wouldn't give you 15 cents to get in the ring with us because we'd tear you apart piece by piece, limb by limb. But my mother doesn't have as much confidence in us as I do. So I gave him my mother's telephone number in New Orleans, area code 504-547-5689. I told him to call my mother. I guess he did because they didn't show up for the matches Monday. I guess they were down there collecting the money. Now they come out here and make wild accusations that don't even make sense. They say their car exploded on the road. Well, expensive Cadillacs don't do that. Fine-tuned engines, that just doesn't happen. These people are too intelligent to believe something like that, Lance. They're too intelligent. You are too.
Hey, if they said it, I'm sure that's exactly
right. Come on, Lance. You take up for them all the time, and that's not the fair thing. Wait a minute. Let me say something right now. We didn't say nothing about what car we brought. We didn't say nothing about the Cadillac. And only if a person would know, knew you sugared our gas tank.
Tommy and Bobby, the point, it escaped me there for a second, Dave, but what he's talking about, they didn't say anything about what car they drove or anything else, or even the fact that, you know, the engine had locked up or anything, and so that's what they were making point, that maybe Mr. Costello, that's why he was so happy and was hollering, give me the belts before they ever got to the ring. Hey, we're going to, right now, you know, another crazy one, and I mean a French-Canadian that you know, strong, wow, Jos LeDuc. Let's take a look at him. Jos LeDuc is set in the ring. 5 men on each side, selected from the audience. A total of 10 men. The idea here is not to jerk the arms away, but a slow, steady pull to see whether the strength of 10 men is enough to pull the giant bear hug of Jos LeDuc apart. LeDuc will attempt to hold it for about 15 to 30 seconds. Everybody is set. Eddie Marlin, promoter Herman Sheffield. They'll be counting 1, 2, 3, go, and then the pull starts. There they go. One side's pulling the other. They're pulling back. Look at LeDuc hold on against 10 men with those hands locked firmly in that bear hug grip. Jos LeDuc holding against 10 men, and that's it. He did it. He was able to withstand the strength and pull of 10 men. So the victor is going to be Jos LeDuc in the arm-pulling contest.
I've got a maid. She can clean up. She can come and clean up all this.
LeDuc picks him up.
You tell everybody how crazy I am. I'm going to show you I'm not that crazy. Look at that! I'm not crazy.
Duke, look out!
Jos LeDuc is back. And I'm not crazy like everybody thinks.
Now there's a bad son of a gun. You can use all the cliches about the elevator not going to the top, not both oars in the water, whatever you want to say, and they fit Jos LeDuc. He is one crazy French-Canadian, and just strong as he looked right there. We didn't see it, but I know most of the folks have seen from championship wrestling. This son of a gun actually held the car away from the wall, stood the chance of getting crushed right in between the car with the car driving and all these.
Pulled a bus once, too.
Yes, as a matter of fact, he did, in fact, do that. And so I don't envy Thunderbolt Hamilton in his task of facing Joe coming back. But I will say this, that if Jos LeDuc thinks he's going to come in and have an easy day, he's got another thing coming in there.
That's true.
Okay, Dave, how about you running over the action we had today, and then I will, if we have time, run over what's going to happen tomorrow afternoon.
All right, first this afternoon, we had Paul Diamond and Michael Lee. New team, our first look at them here on Championship Wrestling. They look good. They were going against Benny Traylor and the Masked Patriot today, and Diamond and Lee came away with a victory and were quite impressive. Only took them a couple of minutes there.
I have to interject that they did. They made some very good moves in there and some excellent holds. We'll be interested in seeing them a little bit
Yes,
later.
indeed. Watch them develop. Dutch Mantell defeated Keith Eric. Dutch came in, I think, with other things on his mind, and that was kind of transferred to Keith Eric. Unfortunately for Keith, Dutch Mantell got the victory in 2 minutes, 6 seconds. Bill Dundee and Buddy Landell going against Jim Jameson and David Haskins, and this is for the second week in a row. It's a match where Dundee and Landell have been involved that you really don't want to talk about it too much, because Dundee and Landell, they won the match. They beat the stew out of Jim Jameson. It was just one fist after another. That wasn't enough. After the match was over, they continued in the ring, on the floor, couldn't get him out of here as they really beat up Jim Jameson.
Drug him over here to show off their handiwork.
Yeah, and then continued to work for a couple of more minutes after that on him. Then the Fantastics. Boy, here was a good match. The Fantastics going against Pat Rose and Tony Falk. Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers put it together nicely, and the Fantastics get the win. Then it was the Mod Squad, Spike and Basher with their manager J.D. Costello, getting the win over Thunderbolt Hamilton and David Johnson in the expiration of time main event.
Yeah, and it was a good day in terms of action in there. I'd like to eliminate one whole segment and a couple of people, but I guess that's the way it goes sometimes. Let me remind you again that the time is 3 o'clock and the day is tomorrow, please. And not Monday night. It will be tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and the action, as we've indicated before, is going to be very solid with a full card leading up to the return match between Lawler and Mantell and Dundee and Landell. I just got to say, they're not going to be messing around with somebody that they had some young guys today. They're not going to be messing around with somebody like Jeff Jarrett or Jerry or anything. They got Lawler and Mantell. Tomorrow, I'll see you there. Lance Russell and Dave Brown, we'll be looking for you next week, and until we see you at that time, bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.